Day 3 to resistance gardening. Today we're going to figure out what are you going to plant in, because that's going to make a huge difference about what you can and cannot grow and how much. For me, a big part of resistant gardening is using what I have and not going out to the store and not spending a lot more money. And I'm assuming that the reason you're growing stuff is because things are super expensive. And starting a garden can feel expensive. So let's talk through some options of ways that you can garden that do not cost the bank, that do not require going out. First and foremost, if you're wanting to grow things either indoors as like starter seeds to go outside, or you're just needing containers to grow things in at your patio or your window, use what you have. I bet you probably have a gallon of milk that you can poke holes in the bottom. Voila, container, cut it in half. But there's some other plastic containers that you have going around, or other containers. There's so many different things. The biggest thing is whatever you choose to save, you have to make sure that there's holes in the bottom. What you have, and safely poke holes in the bottom of them, like, 4 or 5. That is going to be the cheapest way for you to be able to start gardening with the stuff you already have. If you are limited on space, containers are going to be your best friend. And again, we're doing this with as little to minimum cost that you can. So first, you can always use what you have and turn them into containers. Also look and see who has any that they're getting rid of. A lot of people are spring cleaning right now. You can use a variety of them. If you have space to do something outdoors, this is how I've started a brand new bed with like little to none work. This I only have up because some of our doggos like to hang out in there. I laid down a layer of cardboard on the bottom, and then we put leaves, grass cuttings on top of this to just marinate and turn into the starts of compost. Another one that looks just like a pile of leaves and a pile of dirt, but underneath it is the layer of cardboard, layer of leaves. And once this kind of gets down, if I have compost, I'm gonna put it on, or as I come across dirt and can afford some, I'm gonna put some on top. One final thing that you can do is, if you really do want something like this found at Aldi last year. So I'm gonna be keeping an eye out this next season to see if that becomes available. But again, use what you have, and you don't have to have things. Notice that some of these don't have borders yet.